Boy, All Star Izzy, we are live full in effect. Who is in the building? What's up? I see y'all. What's happening? How y'all feeling tonight? Great to see everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to the ladies that's coming in, gentlemen. I see you. It's in the building. Listen, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We are here live full in effect, man. What's going on? How's everybody feeling tonight? Remember to drink your H2O. All right, we're gonna have a convo tonight. It's a couple of things I want to speak on. Hold on. A couple of things. Give me a second. Sorry. Damn, I'm not trying to hurt y'all eyes. I'm trying to turn it up just a little bit. There we go. Yes. We are live, full in effect. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome in. Say hello. Don't be afraid. Don't be rude. Say what's up. Say what's good. Last night was an incredible live. Tonight we're going to be having another conversation that's going to be based a little bit about, excuse me. My apologies. I think I drank it from the wrong pipe. But we're going to be talking about last night. Stuff about last night and a couple of things that I wanted to get off of, things that have been in my mind. God, Lee, bro, I ain't gonna lie. What's good, bro? What's good? Justin, how you feeling tonight? Man, shout out to Justin because Justin called in last night. All right, he called in. He wanted to shoot a shot. He wanted to have a conversation with a lady, which really that's what the title of my live stream was gonna be called tonight. It was gonna be called "Don't Worry," like shoot your shot is okay, like it's cool, something like that. Basically to say because and just in general, the world will always have opinions on people, but just at the end of the day, the most people who have the people who have the most opinions aren't the ones that's actually in the field. Hey, that's 1000%. That's 1000%. And I do definitely want to look forward to hearing you call in a little bit more. Ghostface, what's up, bro? Facts. Hold on. Let's start a Q&A. Let me start a Q&A real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Man, look, my lip look glossy as fuck. God damn, hold on. Great to see everybody. Welcome in. If you are tuning in live, hit the like button. Subscribe. We on the road to the top, baby. Let's have this conversation. Give me one brief moment. Let's see. Chill on me. What up, Viva? Chill on me. Chill on me. It look like I just got done kissing with a woman with straight lip gloss and shit. What's up, though? Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I like that. Bet that. Hold up. Let's start this Q&A, though. Danny, I see you in the building. This is why we clash. What up, Caleb? Probably did. A real players don't kiss and tell. Anyways, like I was saying though, me encantan los videos. Tengo un pregunta. ¿Cuál es tu calor favorito? Y'all hear the Spanish though. Y'all hear the Spanish, right? To be honest, my favorite color is purple right now. Thank you for asking. Gracias para tu pregunta. Mi color favorito es, ¿cómo se dice purple? It's purple. Yours is purple too. Look, we right there together. Those kiss emojis for me, Viva. We can kiss virtually. But listen, y'all. I want to have a conversation. Hey, shout out to Danny too, because Danny came into the building. He called in last night because the phone was dry. Listen, this is what I want going forward, okay? As much as I appreciate, gentlemen, that you guys call in. Definitely call in if you want. Definitely call in if you have something to say to the lady. I firstly I want to say thank you for calling in. Taino, I'm not. How do you say? Good to see you. Catch a flight. We can both catch flights. What up, Beaver? Brewer? Oh, I said Beaver. Anyways, but here's what I want to say, okay? I wanted to talk a little bit about the conversation that happened because just now I love the approach and how you came in, you swung in. First of all, you set the tone. There's a lot of people. Is morado? Okay, it's es morado. Fly. Just fly. Just you come fly to me. I don't do the flying out, but you come over here and a nice time will be had. Because the only places I'm going is Miami. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Chicago next year. Yeah, I think those are the three places I'm going to. Can I call in? I don't think right now you're not able to, but it's okay. Is there anything specifically you had? Did you have a question in mind, Ghostface? Shout out to everybody in the building. You're more than welcome to hit the like and subscribe. We in this bitch. What up, Chloe? How you feeling? You're 3 hours from Chi-Town. Well, if I go to Chicago, come meet me out there. Which I'm pretty sure I want to go take a trip out there anyways. I was told I should go out to Chicago. You think so? You think I should go out to Chicago? Listen, I want to do some. Honestly, I think I need to do we need to do a only live membership review, so we can really talk about like shooting a shot. We can talk. We can kind of break down the game that happened last night, and getting to where you want it to be with, because I like the conversation of being like, you said she has nice lips, juicy lips too, right? At that. And it was cool. It was cool. But a little bit more conversation, and I feel like shit would have been sold, to be honest. I felt like it would have been sold. But yeah, nah, we can really definitely we'll probably go and do a more in-depth, only live membership for the people that's in the membership. So then we could really talk on that stuff. But I think some more conversation, to be honest, I think that would have been fly. Like some more conversation, I think she would have been a little bit more sold into it. And I think plus two, the echo probably kept messing it up. Yeah, Justin, it was, because the thing is that at least you said something. What you talking about, Viva? I'm so what? We're going to have an opportunity to see each other. Time for it for sure. Refinement, never been in a live call. Right. And which is real though. At least the thing is that you called in. Like you came in, you said, you know what, I'm gonna drop my cojones. Man, fuck these little dudes out here. These motherfuckers. You came in swinging, and I think that was very honorable, and it showed cojones. See, and also I want to say this too. There's a lot of guys that I'm still like, a lot of guys who believe that looks are everything. I had two ladies back to back in two separate lives, right? Two pretty ladies. And they both said looks are not everything, because you can have looks and there could be attraction there, but if you're a lame, then you're a lame just in general, and they'll be turned off. And I wanted to make that statement because I know there's a lot of people that have been on my page recently that have been talking about how much looks are everything and looks are this and looks are that. What's good, Sammy? Where do I live? I live on this spinning rock. It's called Earth. That's where I live. But anyways, that's something that I was like, okay, you have two different women. What's up, Gil? You got two different women that's trying to tell you, plus another man that's telling you the looks are not everything. So we got to be 100% and 1,000 about it. And one thing too, winners do not cope. Only losers do. All right, winners don't cope. Winners see what has been done and take accountability and be able to refine that. Losers sit around thinking that there is a way, there's an exit out of it all. There's a cheat code. The cheat code is this, the cheat code is that. The cheat code is really doing the work that you need to do. That's the cheat code. The cheat code is the work that people try to skip over. That is the cheat code. You want to get better in life, you gotta do the work. You want to get better with women, you gotta do the work. You want to shoot your shot better, you gotta do the work. There's nothing wrong with doing the work, but people are lazy and people don't actually want what they say. They rather say that it's better to say it than to actually do it and to exude it and be it. Because if you are it, you're gonna have it. People want to obtain a certain thing or to obtain a certain look because they want to have what comes with that. So it's never even really a honest thing in general. But anyways, yeah, but that's what I would say for that though, Justin. A bit more conversation, obviously too, it was a live call. In the future, I'm definitely going to be doing things to where multiple people can come up to the StreamYard. We're going to be doing that in the future. People can come up and have a conversation. Of course, yes. I mean, listen, bro, I understand. But definitely we can go more in depth in the only live membership. You know, we could really talk onto it. Yeah, because even the small conversation that my homie Johnny was having was still there. Like the conversation behind it was really good though, because it's a lot about curiosity, interest, like interest in the convo. Because think about it, if you're calling in to talk to somebody, they can't hear you. So if they're already interested in enjoying the conversation of what they're hearing, imagine that's gonna be what that's gonna be crazier when it's in person, and that's only just over the phone. Those are just words. You don't know if you're scared to shoot your shot, Edgar. What's up, Bcon? Let's see. If you look average with if you look average with an attractive demeanor, that will get you farther than a handsome guy that can't be able to have. Yeah, exactly. And see, that's how it always gonna be. Is that, bro? You gotta have some depth to yourself. Now, see, this doesn't mean that you gotta talk about the moon and the stars and shit. This just means that, hey, listen, let's have a good conversation. Like, I just wanna talk to you right now. Let's get lost in the convo and enjoy each other. What's up? What's up? I don't know if I want to answer that, Dan. That's a hell of a question, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, going further. See, a big reason why I wanted to talk about, are you afraid to shoot your shot? You got to start tricking. What you mean? You be tricking on women? What up, Aubrey? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody in the building. You're more than welcome to hit the like. You're more than welcome to subscribe. We're going live all month. I want to say for the rest of the year, to be honest. Although my ex cheated on me. Exactly, although my ex cheated on me. Oh, really? What happened? What happened? Why'd your ex cheat on you? Are you a man or a woman, by the way? I can't tell by the name. But going forward, though, but like I was saying, when it comes to that, what up? What does that mean? What does that word mean? What up, twin? How you feeling? What does that word mean? You look like Sung Hoon from Hypen. Okay, I know it. It had to do something with K-pop. I appreciate it. I get that all the time. I always get that I look like somebody from K-pop. I guess those are like my like late cousins or some shit. Those are my homies. He was with someone else before me and didn't tell me for 2 months. And the girl, okay. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, thank you for that, twin. I appreciate that. Yes, 13 likes. Let's get to 20. I appreciate that. And you're more than welcome to subscribe. Cap G. I get Cap G all the time. I can't tell who you are, but I think I remember you. You must be like Ya Savage or some shit like that. It be the ones with no profile picture talking the most, though. And see, and somebody in my comment section on one of my videos, they said they put a link of this person named Chico. It was like Chico Mogs you. Listen, that was my first time anyone has ever like. I felt like I was in like that Zoolander. Yeah. Oh, it means twin. Oh, I ain't know. Your name's Allie. Nice to meet you, Allie. But nah, that was I felt like I was in Zoolander. Somebody sent me a link of another man. I didn't press it because I'm like, I'm not pressing this shit. But sent me another link and said, this person mogs you. And I'm like, what? Are we in a fucking runway or something? But then that's the thing. It always be the people that do not have a profile picture or just in general that, say the most craziest stuff. It always is like that. That's what I'm saying. And that's what a divine judgment. I like your name. But see, that's what, those are most of the people that believe that looks are everything. And it comes with a lack of experience. You gotta know deep down inside that shit don't mean nothing. What up, Layla? Looks are not everything. Y'all believe looks are everything? Talk to me. I ain't gonna lie, are you scared to shoot your shot? It kind of looks like if you're gonna shoot your shot at me. But I don't mean that. What I'm saying, y'all, is like, are you scared to shoot your shot in general? Not at me. I'm not saying to shoot your shot at me. I just thought about that. I was like, this looks like it's trying to say you're gonna shoot your shot at me. This is wild. You was sitting here, hey, that's what's up. Welcome. How you feeling tonight, Layla? IDK had to change my profile pic, and thanks. You just go to your settings. You should be good. You look like Sung Hoon. I think somebody just came here and said that. I don't know who that is, though. But shout out to them. They're probably like my long lost cousin or some shit like that. Absolutely. What's up? How you doing? What's good? Lily, Yvette. But so, are y'all afraid to shoot your shot in general? Like, ladies and gentlemen too. Are y'all afraid to like to tell someone like you want to go out with them, or you think that they're attractive, or are y'all afraid to like to show your desires? And if you are, it's okay. We could role play. We can get you out your nervous stuff. No, okay. You're definitely not scared to shoot your shot. That's real. I don't know who hyping is. I'm gonna look him up. Now I'm a dude, and to be honest, I ain't scared of rejection. I love to hear that shit. Let me look it up. In hyping, how you spell that? Let's see. What was the name? Sung who? Hold on, y'all. This is how I look like to you? Yeah, I'm always gonna get them K-pop allegations. I guess so. I mean, I guess so. I'm with it. I'm with it. You're afraid of why you scared to shoot your shot, Layla? What up? What up, C Life? How you feeling? It's good that you're not scared of rejection though. Rejection only means redirection. And plus, like, rejection isn't real because people have their own ways to live life and how they want on their terms. And anything that rejects you in general is basically to tell you that there's somewhere else for you to go put your energy towards. They're redirecting you somewhere. What's up, Imogen? Imogen Edits. What's up? How you feeling? What up, Meredith? What up, that LA shawty? What up, Araya? How you feeling? Great to see you. It's been a minute, huh? I'm always afraid of rejection because I have been hurt so many times in life. Have you ever shot your shot before? You ever just like walked up to that dude and was like, you look good. Been time, yeah. How you feeling? Wait, wait. What's good? What's good? What's good? Am I looking you up? Just no, I'm not looking you up. No, I'm not looking you up. Keep high frequency. Proud of you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. What's up? What's up? With me, what? You love life? I love life too. Or I love LA for life. These usernames, bro. Let's see. I feel you get rejected, it's okay because we're not for everyone. As long as I said how I feel about them, I'm good. And that's real though. Let me write that down. Are you afraid of rejection? That's actually a way better question. Cause it look like I'm talking about shooting your shot at me. I'm not talking about me, y'all. I'm already in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with life. I'm committed to life. Are you afraid of rejection? Me and Life are in an open relationship. We're able to, share our experiences with other people. Thank you for the hundreds. I see you in the building. Shout out Baldwin is in the building. What? I'm weak. I tried one time, but he was married, so I felt dumb and shit. No, you good. Listen, what's beautiful is about being able to get it out of your system. I think that's what's important. Like the best thing that got me out of like the being afraid of rejection was it's like I said before. It's just the work. Like seeing it in real time, instead of seeing like videos or hearing stories and stuff. I know y'all had that feeling before where you regretted not saying something and you get more down on yourself because of that. And I remember I felt that, and I felt that a couple of times before I really got over it. But I was like, I just never want to disappoint myself. I'd rather hear no or the worst, quote unquote, than to be separate from it. I gotta go forward. Because if I don't go forward, I feel like I don't know who I am, or I'm not exactly what I say I am. And that shit reinforces stuff into your reality. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, and you're more than welcome to subscribe. Thank you for 16 likes. Let's work our way to 20 likes. Let's keep going to the top, baby. It's married, so I felt dumb. I've shot my shot at married women before. It was fun. I like when they It's so funny flirting with married women because they'll flirt just a little bit, but they'll be like, "Oh, you see, I got my ring," and I'll be like, "You sneaky little." Like I remember I was on a cruise, and there was a lady, she was married, and she was like, if I wasn't married, I would have been fucked you. And I was like, you can't be saying that. You better take that ring off. I was like, you can't be telling me that. You were just going, you just got done going through something. What you went through? What you went through? I have a question for you. Go ahead, ask. What do you attract more, married women or single women? Be honest. Single women. Single women for sure. I attract more single women. I mean, I get the thing is that sometimes I don't know if a woman is in a relationship because even if she is, she may not really she may not even tell me she's in a relationship. Instead of hiding it, you should let it out and see how they feel. Exactly, Divine. Yeah, rejection is just another step, a path of life. Exactly. You know what I mean? What's up? Hello. But that's the thing, like being able to say it, like, you know what it does? It shows that you're willing to show like yourself. One thing that I say, I got a video out right now, and I was basically saying vulnerability is a superpower with women. Now, this is what I mean by it. Vulnerability as far as like showing who you are, showing your intentions and saying, this is what I want from you, this is what I want, this is what I like. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to do going further. I want to go on a date with you. I want to kiss you. You know what I'm saying? You sexy as hell. Whatever the case is, being able to show your intentions up front. Because, a lot of people is not going to really show that, or they're afraid to reciprocate desire, maybe based on past experiences or what could potentially happen in the future. But you miss 100% shots you don't take. And as cliche as that sounds, it is 1000% always going to be the truth, because that's what's going to happen every single time. Let's say you don't even get that thing. That's fine. That's just a redirection to go somewhere else and put your energy towards something else, right? Because you're just like, damn, okay, bet. At least I got to say something though. Yeah, I attract more single women now. I used to attract a lot of women with boyfriends. Use peanut butter as a fleshlight? That's crazy. I heard people that did that before. I don't think I've ever do that, to be honest. What about you, Layla? What do you attract most? What's good, Andres? Yes, welcome to the All-Star community. Hit the like, subscribe, and enjoy your time. There was a time where I definitely attracted a lot more like women with boyfriends and shit. Yeah, PB fleshlight is crazy as fuck. Like, imagine having a peanut butter fleshlight. That shit does not. I bet like that can't feel good against your skin, bro. I've never tried anything crazy like that, but I just know peanut butter itself. That shit, you're crazy if you want to do that. Which one's worse, rejection or loss? I don't think there's a worse, but when you mean loss, what you mean by loss? What up, Dean? Oh, you came back. Yeah, you told me that my nickname was Bobby. I remember you. But what you mean by loss? Like loss as far as like, I lost out on this girl. I lost out on an opportunity. I lost out on something. Like, what you mean? It's crazy. I don't use fleshlights. I don't use none of that stuff. Salted bitter, okay, that's what's up. I attract more complicated men who are always complaining about exes, girlfriends, a sorry ass baby that. God damn. Yo, Layla, we gotta get you with an all-star, man. Cause that's crazy. I mean, honestly, but that's the dating pool nowadays, though. Like, there's a lot of men who are stuck up on their exes. A lot of men who are extremely problematic. I feel bad for the ladies though. Like, you guys gotta deal with a lot of bullshit sometimes. Men too, I guess, but we're the gatekeepers of our own reality. You're interested in calling me a slur? I'm good. What a way to do it. Hey, I appreciate that, Zombie. By like you or your girl breakup? Honestly, to be honest, Divine, I don't think there's a worse in between both. But like, I'm gonna talk from a place where I used to be a certain way. So I'll say like, I think what was worse for me before I got over rejection, before I got over the losing out or whatever, or like breakups and heartbreaks and shit. I think it would have been more a breakup, because like I remember when I got into like a breakup long time ago when I was in a relationship, or even just before that, I used to be like, damn, it's like the end of the world. What am I gonna do now? Who am I gonna talk to? I'm like, wait, but where do I go in life? Like, I'm like, I felt lost, and I was like, damn. But that was just at the time, though. To be honest, I don't believe that there is I don't think there's a worse in anything, because now it's just that like when it comes to rejection, that just means somebody just is not feeling you, and they got something else in mind. And plus, too, we gotta realize too, there's a lot of people that just be going through shit, bro. Like sometimes shit just don't be personal. And to be honest, even if they don't want you, that shit is not even that personal, because it's like, who is that really affecting? Is it affecting your ego? Is it affecting what you thought yourself to be? You could still be that guy with or without it. But when it comes to relationships or any types of losses or whatever stuff like that, I see it as just a beautiful depart. Sometimes I'm the one that cuts the stem. Just gotta say goodbye with grace. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for 23 likes. Let's work our way to 30 likes. You're more than welcome to subscribe. We in the building, baby. What's up? I'm not really not a boy, and it says that, but my name is Sophie. Okay, that's what's up, Sophie. Well, nice to meet you. Your big brother pulls a lot of girls. That's what's up. Is there most gals in the chat? There's a lot of there's ladies, there's men. We're pretty diverse over here. There's a lot of negative dudes. I see them in events and bars. I keep it short. Yeah, there is a lot of negative guys, and a lot of them will always be in a lot of groups too. Like, a lot of people can't be alone, but if they're alone, they're like, they're that guy at the bar and shit that's like, hey Jill, let me get another one. Let me get another one. And it's just the motherfuckers who try to numb how they feel and shit. Like, calm down, Peter. Calm down. Relax. You know what? Hey, here's my card, Peter. Take my card. All right. My name's All Star Izzy. You're more than welcome to have a conversation with me. You know what I mean? I see that you're over here doing too much. You're scaring the hoes and shit, and I just want to have a conversation with you and see how you're doing. But yeah, that's why I make it important to always talk about, like, stay positive, and even in dating, because your experience and reality is completely different from society's or the world's experience. Unless you want to be a part of that, you can have a difference. You can be a difference maker in your own world. You relate to the breakup feels worse? Yeah, that's how I felt before. How old am I? I'm 27. Women be like, dudes are not straightforward and stuff. All the time, bro. He looks really young. I get that all the time. Shout out to my genes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to the fam before me. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, when dudes aren't straightforward, they're clingy as hell. They try to latch on to her the whole time. They get too attached too fast. And it's like, damn, a lot of you guys a lot of women have to go through a lot of BS, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They gotta go through a lot of BS, a lot of guys with issues, and it's not that, if they're not overly emotional, they're too detached because they're scared to feel how they felt, because what happened to them in 6th grade, they may feel again. And it's like, bro, listen, you're the puppeteer to your own emotions and thoughts. Like, you're the decider out of everything. I decide going forward, and as you can decide going forward. But that's just, you ruling your reality if that makes sense. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you for 24 likes. Let's work our way to 30 likes. And if you have not hit the subscribe, I appreciate you being here. Like the question says, are you afraid of rejection? The reason why we're talking about it is because we also want to talk about making sure that we shooting our shots out here. Listen, before, when I was afraid of rejection, or when I was scared to shoot my shot and shit, dude, I walked around with like I was being stabbed in my chest and shit. Not physically, but just like more emotionally, because I disregarded what I want. And you should definitely not do that, because if you desire something, you're not separate from what you want. It is still like, you are still that thing, and it doesn't even have to be with the thing you thought it was. Sometimes it can be a lot more better than what you actually think it is in your mind. Woo! I love it. Your name is Sophie, not Dean. That's my dad's name. I'm going to change it. Okay, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. What up, real from Timu? What's up? What's up? Just take notes. This ain't about me. Yeah, just take some notes. Just take some notes. I feel like most dudes act more toxic in a group to impress their friends. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do, bro. They do. They act toxic. They act overly macho. They got like a more of a bravado. They're trying to impress, and and it's like I don't care to lean against people. I'd rather go. I like going out myself, but if I go out with folks, it got to be like people that's on my level or even above that. Like people who are able to stand alone and be their own island, because that's important. You got to make sure that you are able to stand alone at even in social settings. Because one thing people will do, especially if they're not too confident with themselves, they're gonna try to, either clutch onto you, or they're gonna use what they got around them to hype them up. And listen, I ain't gonna listen, bro. If you're getting hyped up, you're just basically saying you're nervous, you're not as confident in your approach, and you need some motivation, right? Listen, how about instead do that for yourself? Like, why not be your own motivation? Why not be your own hype man when it comes to talking? And plus, too, look, see, this is why it's important to gain experience in real life, though, because the more you gain experience, thank you for the 100 ball when I see you. Thank you for the 100, sir. But the more that you're gaining experience, the more that you can stand on your own 2 feet, and you don't gotta worry about like having to have friends and people around you. And plus, you start to get over the fact of, damn, rejection isn't even like. Shooting your shot isn't even all that. It's actually in my mind more than anything. It's been in my mind this whole time. And it's crazy, but it's true. What up, Melissa? Do I have a phone? Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I was about to be a dickhead. Yes, I have a phone. That's what I'm using at this time. Yeah, I'm 27, Layla. Sometimes it can be your approach, which can naturally sway the person not to feel you. But if you can sense the vibe, you can bounce back exactly. It's just the lack of self-awareness when it comes to talking to the lady that's right there. Like, you have to be able to be aware and see, here's the thing. It's basically like filming yourself. Like you are the actor, but you are also the director and cameraman. You're the one saying cut, you're the one that's filming, but you're also in front of the camera. So it's like that bird eye perspective. So it's basically just to say that I'm aware of how I'm coming off, I'm aware of how I'm talking. I'm aware of like how she's reciprocating, how she's feeling too. Because most guys that try to come in there robotic like this, they're gonna be like, hi, what is your name? And then she's gonna be like, my name is Lily. What's your name? And then you're gonna be like, hey Lily, my name is Brock. I thought you looked really pretty, and I just wanted to know if you were free later this Friday. And not even looking at eye contact. And it's like, bro, you're missing the whole point. You have to be aware of the situation. Most importantly, yourself. You don't want to be a creep walking up to women and stuff like that. No, facts. What's up? Hi again. Wait, how you doing? Brewer? Oh my jeez, I'm pretty sure I said that terribly. Beto, yes, facts. Yes, thank you for 20. Ooh, 29. Let's get it at 30, baby. Let's do that. Hit that. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here, man. But let's keep continuing to talk. Give me one brief moment. My apologies. I'm just taking a look at my laptop really quickly. Y'all let the accent, my shit fly. Talking about, hell no, the fuck, I'm 8. Okay, LOL. What you doing up at 8? Yeah, thank you. Exactly, Divine. Like, what the hell? Why does bro's chin hair like a 2-incher? Wait, what? What does that even mean? Just take notes, bro. Izzy, yo, you're crazy, bro. Curry with the ball. Facts, bro. Facts. Have you heard the Jurassic Rebirth movie? Yeah, I have. Is it out? Wait, that's the new one that came out, right? I need to watch that. I just watched that movie, Good Boy. That shit was alright, though. I'm glad I didn't go see it in theaters, I'll tell you that. It was alright, though. Yeah, I gotta pay. Yeah. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, Devon. Thank you. You're afraid of detection? What that mean, bro? Yeah, hella awkward, bro. Hella awkward. How long? You're crazy. Just take some notes, bro. He's out. Don't mind these people, man. These people just be saying shit. It's like a rap chant. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, just take some notes. But and just in general though, this is what we're talking about. If you haven't answered the question, remember, are you afraid of rejection? And two, you know what? We can even piggyback off of not just talking about rejection with women, or just in dating. We could talk about rejection in life. You know, if you don't go after what you want with women, there is a chance you may not go after what you want for success. Now, here's why I'm correlating it, right? Everything connects like a constellation. The reason why I'm correlating it together is because even on a small scale, right? And this is no disrespect to the ladies either, because I'm not saying women ain't shit or anything like that. What I'm saying is that women, they're human beings, and your dreams and aspirations should be a lot more something. It should be something you're more inclined to want, more than and less afraid to go after. But if you're afraid to go after opportunities, you're also going to be, I believe there's a correlation to be afraid of going after women as well. What up, Exotic? What's up, though? How you feeling? Shout out to Exotic that's in the building. Great to see you. B3, I see you. I already watched it. It has a lot of bad words, but at least my mom got an app that blocks bad words. What the? Oh, man. Then, you know, my live is full of bad words. I'm a walking parental advisory. I ain't gonna lie. Question: how do we begin switching the lens of getting rejected to her missing out the inevitable? Yeah, of her day being made by such a gentleman that I'm quite sad indeed. I am quite hurt. Well, the way to how you can begin to switch the lens of getting rejected, which I like that you said that, but the way to maneuver that perspective is that you gotta basically look outside of yourself, and you gotta stop being so self-absorbed. So what I mean is that you basically have to be like, get to the root of why is rejection such a big thing in my life? Like, what is it about rejection that I am afraid to do? Like, why? You remember, it's always the fight, flight, or freeze, right? That you always have those three, but you never have the other one, respond, right? So people are fighting it, so they fight away it, or they fight in how they feel, or people are freezing, so they're in paralysis. They can't say what they want to say, because if they do, they're afraid to say it. Their heart is beating super fast. I think the world is about to end. Or they're having a fight, flight, or freeze. Flight, they run away from the problem. And you know, the biggest reason why that happens in the situation is basically because you're ignoring basically the biggest problem of what that is. What is the problem for it? Why is it that you feel this way about rejection? What is the thing? And you switch the lens when you can have, it's like an out of body experience, but not on a deep spiritual sense, but just being able to like look, okay, this is the problem, right? This is rejection. This is the problem. But me, I'm in it. So this is me, right? This is you. You're in the situation. You're living in the problem. You're in the situation of it, right? So your outlook is gonna stick inside of this until you look at the problem, right? Solving it, taking yourself out of the equation, and being like, so now, instead of this, I am this now, and I'm looking at this and being like, wait, my problem the whole time, I was keeping myself inside of a box. I was keeping myself inside of habits, keeping myself inside of a way of thinking. The reason why? Because I'm afraid to get I'm afraid to get told no. I'm afraid that what I want doesn't may not want me. I'm afraid that that's gonna hurt my ego. I'm afraid I'm really not that guy. Okay? That's step one. And then you gotta be like, you know what? You're not that guy. So if you're not that guy, you gotta do stuff to be that guy. Because we can't live within a false delusion. Because you can't live in a false delusion and believe you're that guy, but you're not doing anything to prove that you're that guy. You gotta legit keep showing yourself. So you switch the lens to start seeing what the rejection is, into being like, this is just a natural occurrence in life. It is just a redirection, right? And that is happening because I was able to look outside of myself and be like, okay, I see what this is. I see that rejection. I gave power to rejection. And now that I see rejection for what it is, I don't have to give it any more power. Do you even see the power in that? All the power all the biggest problems that we have in our life in our reality. The reason why it's a big problem is because we give it power to become a big problem. So if we're looking at what the real problem is, we gotta look in the mirror. But that's how you can start switching your lens. And on a simple scale, basically just go out. Just go out and do shit. On a simple scale. Because the more you start doing it in real life, the more you're gonna realize this isn't nothing, to be honest. Everything that I thought it was once, it's not really that. Women ain't really this crazy. Oh, rejection ain't really all that bad. It was all in my head. You know what I'm saying? But it's like playing a video game. You get over that boss level. You're like, damn, it wasn't really that bad. It was all in my head. Come on. You're 11 years old. Oh man, I'm definitely like an 18 plus type of guy, but you know I appreciate your support though. I'll say that. Yo, what's my thoughts on bad words and cuss words? I think they're cool. I think it's more like it's how you use it and what you use it for. You know, that's my thoughts on it. Feeling good? Oh, I've been doing good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Why does the chat have such different chats from 11-year-old to Sun Freak? I'm talking about UJ. The reason why it does that is because I'm also like, I'm in a live where my community comes, but it's also other people from different places that come to this thing. I mean, it's like after hours. I can restrict things, but it still won't be restricted. You either hear what I'm saying, you go away, or you don't. You stick around. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, but shout out to everybody. Thank you for 32 likes. Hit the like button, subscribe. We on the road to the top, baby. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I got about until maybe midnight. And then I'm going to go and get up out of here. 15 minutes? God damn. I ain't going to lie. That shit went by fast as hell. Woo. Watching all the way from South Africa. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. That's love. Respect. What is my audience? My audience is the world, to be honest. Have a good night, Layla. Yeah, but I mean, it's for, honestly, I know what you're saying, Layla. But it's not just, I mean, there's more to what I'm saying than it requires man and women. But a man happened to ask the question. So if a lady asks a question, then it could be a lady thing. But this is definitely a man's space for sure. But of course, the ladies are welcome. I think people associate the thought of rejection as a real danger when it's supposed to be discomfort. Like it's a scary movie. They struggle to differentiate. Yep, the real danger. Yeah, they do. Yeah, because I mean, rejection is just what rejection is. It's nothing more, and it's literally nothing less. It is just something that is there and that's going to happen. If you want to get that dime looking shorty, you have to literally talk to her. There's no other way around it. Like, that's what I'm saying. When guys talk about looks are everything, you're coping. Because it's not just the looks. Listen, and you're never gonna hear me say, never be on don't care, stop caring about your looks. No. I'm a fly MF. I love the way I dress. I love getting myself prepared. I love getting right. I love enjoying my hygiene. I love taking care of myself. And I tell the men that listen to me and ladies that to get fly for themselves. But if you cannot walk the walk and talk the talk, you're cooked, bro. It just is what it is. Yeah, happy birthday, Sophie. Mental gymnastics, no, for sure. What's up, Luis? How you feeling, man? Welcome back. Appreciate that, Fuego, I guess. Can I be your girlfriend? I'm 19. I'm in a committed relationship, sorry. I'm in a committed relationship right now. Fuego, come on, bro. Oh, Lord. It's not too bad. Rejection is nothing to be scared of. If you scared of rejection, you're not in the right mindset, yeah. And listen, in order to become more confident, you have to experience rejection. Like you literally have to experience it. If you're not experiencing rejection, if you're not experiencing challenges, you're not gonna become that guy or that shorty that you want to be. Like there's no other way around it. You see, that's what I'm saying. You have to do the work. You gotta do something in real life, bro. Oh yeah. That's my keyblade right there. I'm doing well. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Am I a wizard? Nah, I can't be. Depending on who I'm talking to and what I'm doing. First rejection story? I don't even remember my first rejection, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I was talking to girls at a very young age. Like for real though. Like no BS. Like and I know it didn't count because I was so young, but my first girlfriend was like was Head Start. But I was still like doing it as I was growing up. But I'm not gonna say I didn't have like when I was in like middle school. I don't remember like my first real rejections, like the non shit. But I remember feeling and having crazy experiences when I was in like middle school and feeling that scared feeling of rejection. Like I would run away from the situation because of how bad, like how scared I felt in my mind. But literally in order to become more confident, you have to be rejected. Like there's no other way around it. It's like a company, they're rejecting you, like they pay only $850, but you have to meet ends by the end of the year. But because you say that if they rejected you and then you ended up applying for a new company and they hire you and they pay you with what, 15, it's hella better than 850 that you was just about to get and settle for. There's always more on the other side. Wait, what? I've definitely been rejected hella times. Definitely. I had to get rejected. Shit, still to this day. But see, rejection now to me is just, it sounds like a woman who wants something else. I don't give a fuck. We shouldn't care. Women have their own preferences. I got my own preferences. What up, Kylie? I mean, and that's just how it's gonna come down to it. That's just what it's always gonna have to be at the end of the day. I had to reject women, good looking women too. I can't. If you got a bad mindset, I'm not rocking with you. I ain't gonna lie. That shit turned me off. You talking about I don't support? I don't think it does. Now, shout out to everybody. Thank you for being here in the building. Listen, if you haven't, are you afraid of rejection? Just let me know. And if you are afraid of rejection, that is something you gotta keep it up to yourself. You know what I mean? It's what it comes down to. Everything comes down to the. Have I ever got hit on by a dude? Yeah, actually. I was out in the club and shit. I was with my homeboys and I was meeting this girl. And this dude, he tried to come by the bar when I went to the bar. And he was like, "Yo, hey, you here by yourself, bro?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm with my homies though." I was like, "Yo, nice to meet you." You know, I hit the dap. And he was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to walk up to you because, you just seem like a nice person to talk to. And I'm here by myself." And I'm like, hey, man, I like women, all right? I'm like, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I like women. I hit him up with this. I'm like, "You have a good night, though." And then I try to order my drink, and homie's still standing right there. And I'm like, bro, see, this is probably how women would feel when a guy doesn't know how to take no for an answer. Should be crazy, bro. Yeah, I don't get hit on by dudes all the time, but like that happened to me before. And I mean, I'm just like, dude, come on, bro. See, like this. See, when women be like, men are creeps, I get it. This dude wouldn't move. All right, bro, have a good one. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, people are crazy. It's the only instance I'll fly her out. Nah, facts, Gil. Gil, were you listen? You were hearing from the beginning? Yeah, I was getting told to fly. Ooh, fly out. Whoa, baby girl, hold on though. Who doing all that? Who doing all that? You gonna come eat me? I swear. These people are annoying. Yeah. Learning to respond to rejection. Most people are afraid of what they feel when it happens. So embracing the sensation over like going on exactly, bro. Like, see, rejection is so nice sometimes because you never know what that rejection came with. Like, you never know what could have been on that other side of the fence. Some women be hiding that crazy real good, bro. Some women do. Man, these dudes be creeps out here, bro. Here come this guy. Come on, bro. This guy right here. Yo, stop. You gotta chill with these comments, bro. Relax, dog. Relax. You over here trying to create like fantasies and scenarios in your head when I'm telling you what it is. You trying to make your own scenarios and shit. You crazy, bro. You crazy. Pause, man. Like, it's crazy. But this is why I said, if you're listening to this, do not open this in public, and wear some headphones. Wear the wired headphones. Don't wear the AirPods, cause that bitch fall out. They gonna hear everything we talking about. Oh, hell no. Nah, bro. I remember I was at the bar, right? And it wasn't that same night, but I was out with my dogs, and there was like this other group. So they got like a photo booth. So we taking a picture, like we all taking pics in front of in the photo booth with like another group and shit. And they were cool as hell. And then there was like this dude that was it was like this gay dude that was hitting on one of the guys in the other group. And he was like, he was talking to him. And then he came back to us, or like into the group and shit, because we were all just chatting. And he was like, this dude, he trying to buy me some drinks, bro. You know, I don't swing that way, but I don't mind getting drinks. And he was like, you want anything? I was like, nah, bro. Honestly, that's crazy. Like, because I feel like a culprit. I feel like I'm buying into this shit, and I can't even do that. I'm not even in the scenario, but this is crazy. It should really be like that though. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I couldn't do that. I feel like, nah. I don't want you to feel like you owe me nothing. I don't give a fuck. That should be crazy. What up, Mr. Corey? I'm talking about Ron Channel. Nah, facts. Yo, chill. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Listen, bro. I don't like that's too much. I'm not going to. Nah, bro. You got it, bro. Because that motherfucker was trying to sit around, like, or trying to be around him and his friend group, and I was like, you see, this is what you brought it upon yourself. Like, what? Like, yeah, bro. I know you want those free drinks, but I'm not that. First of all, I go out because I got money to spend. I'm not going out because I'm trying to look for easy or none of that. I want to enjoy myself. This ain't the way to do it. What's up, Manito? How you feeling? Do you know how to deal with depression? Well, let me say this first and foremost. I'll say this: if you actually like clinically depressed, that's something you got to take away as far as like medication wise. That's something that you gotta consult with a doctor or somebody who's able to assist you on that. But if you're just talking about like because I don't know if is it like a medical thing for you or clinical, because if it's just that you don't know who you are, you find yourself in an inconsistent flux of emotions. Your identity's lost, mental. Okay, so it's more like so it isn't clinical, basically, because if it's clinical, that's something I can't necessarily talk about, because that requires actual medicine. But if I were to just talk about just how would you first of all, it's not to deal, but it's to more so shine light on of what you're depressed exactly about. Like, what is the sadness? Why is the sadness there? Like, why do you feel so familiar to the sadness? Like, and what can you do to assist yourself to get out of this? And that requires a lot more, in-depth conversation. But I think it's really just taking an honest look at your life situation. You know what I mean? I think it's to look at like, what if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Now you got to look at that and truly and honestly accept everything that you've been doing and creating, and being like, okay, I made this happen. Should be crazy. But that's how I say to deal with it. But not dealing with it because it's like it's something that can be there, but it's like you got to be able to regulate your emotions. What up, Kiki? How you feeling? Do I drink alcohol? Yeah, sometimes I do. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yes, 35 likes. Let's get to 40. Thank you for 37. Welcome to the All Star community. Hit the like and subscribe. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. My apologies. I'm just updating my laptop. Give me one brief moment, y'all. Hold on. Give me one. Give me 1 secundo. 1 secundo. That means second, by the way. But I know that's not how you say it. I'm being no saba with it. Crazy. 0 out of 10 is how you rate yourself. You got to be the sun, moon, and the stars. Yeah, you got to be it all. And the thing is that you are it all. Like you are it all. Like we are. You are it all. You are your choices. You are your habits. You are those who you're around. You're those who you listen to. Now, there's a certain level though. Like you can listen to R&B music and know that's like, listen, I just like the music. I don't actually relate to these folks because there's a lot of simps in this R&B world, bro. No lie. I'm right. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking. I'm having a great conversation with my peoples. We're just talking about you were afraid of rejection. So is that something you're afraid of, Kiki? So we really just going in depth about that. But I'm doing well. Staying hydrated. You know, we fly with it. Got my black silk robe. Well, it's not silk. It's more like a soft. It's like not fluffy either, but it's nice and suave. It's cool as hell though. I fuck with it. It's new. I just got it the other day. So yeah, I'm just enjoying myself. But anyways, hold on, y'all. Hold on. One sec. All right, perfect. But yeah, so that's gonna be the conversation for the day. I'm probably about to go in a second, y'all. This has been a really good conversation, and we really went in depth about how you know, all this is and what we're talking about. To be honest, at least rejection and looks and everything like that. But it's listen, you are just the source of it all. You know, we are the source of it all. Without getting too deep into it, you know what I mean? I am the stars. I am the moon. I am the world. I used to have a big problem with rejection. I was a people pleaser to the extreme, but I learned the ways of being confident in who I am, and it's not me. It's not a me problem if others don't enjoy it. Exactly. That's beautifully said. I agree. Yeah, because it's like, it's just an invitation. If they don't want the invitation, that's fine. They can move on with their life and get what they, go on with what they want. And it is what it is. And that's just choices. People are just continuously choosing what they want. And if they don't choose what you want, that's fine too. You gotta keep moving on. What up, hello? You back again? But yeah, Kiki, what is the best form of contact to get in contact with you? Cause I like to reach out as far as planning the show, and I only know of you through YouTube and stuff. If someone doesn't like me, I can live comfortably knowing I'm right for somebody else. That's true. Or just like shit for myself. Like I start to shout out to my brother Bryce is in the building. What's up, Brody? Like I feel closer to myself when I do the stuff that I want to do. Me and my brother Bryce just came in the building. We used to talk a lot about like rejection and rejection isn't real, or just go after what do we used to say? We said something go for rejection, or it's like go out to be rejected, something like that. Like not obviously our intention wasn't just to holler at chicks and stuff. Yeah, seek rejection. Yeah, exactly. But it was just that, like, that's a beautiful way to, have it. It's just, seek rejection. I mean, it is what it is. The more you seek it, the more you realize rejection is just another flow in life of what it is. Not even just with dating, but just life in general, like success and all that. Like, you're going to be rejected. You can potentially have an incredible idea, and it may not even be something that the world likes at first until they see it, and then they start to like it, and then they start to accept it. But at first, it could have been rejected. Even about people around you, it could have been you pitching the idea. Either way, rejection is always going to be there. Not this shit again, FBI. Come on, bro. Contacting might be rough. I don't use social media. Do you have an email? Yeah, because I don't want you to have to send your number through here. Cause be odd, and people are weird. Not this shit again. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, but that's basically that. Just seeking rejection and, of being afraid of rejection. Because if you're afraid of rejection, just know that on the other side of things, yeah, he wild as hell, bro. Just people be crazy, bro. But just know, like, if you're afraid of rejection, you're also saying you're afraid to succeed. Because there's a version that's also playing in the same version of you being afraid, but the other version is you being successful in what you want. And most you have another number for callers, right? Yeah. Call I got the number. Hold on, give me a second. But that's but something I've been really getting in tuned in with a lot is duality and everything. Like one what's up, bro? But everything, like, one thing genuinely cannot exist without the other. Like love and hate and all that stuff. But you being afraid of something is there's another version of you that is succeeding at this time. Hold on, let me type in the number. Damn, I figured it out finally. Shit. All right, so this is my call-in number, by the way. This is not my real number for anyone that's listening to this, that is seeing it. I'm not doing any call-ins tonight, but that is, let me know when you get that down, Kiki, and I'll go ahead and take it off. Rejection also gives you the ability to open doors. It does. Like, and that's it. Like, but that's the shift in perspective. That's when you can start to shift it. But listen, most people program themselves to believe that it's easier said than done, when it's always been bet that. But it's easier done than said. Like, that's how it really was. But because if you've been programmed, like in your household or whatever you did in life and everything like that, if you've been programmed to move a certain way, then you believe it's easier to say stuff than it is to actually do it, when both really go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Excuse me. But on the side of being afraid there's a side of being successful. So always remember that, because there's even on the other side of, even if you're succeeding, you couldn't have become successful without having to be afraid of something at first. Exactly. And that's it. Like, that's what had to happen. Like, you had to experience these things first in order, like, you see, this is why you can't cut corners in the game, in life, like the life and period. Like, you can't cut corners. And that shit has been screaming in my mind. What's up, Void? But that shit's been screaming in my mind so much. I got you in a second. I'm not near my other phone, but I'll check it out in a few. When I get off of this live. But that's what I'm saying, is that, like, all I keep hearing is that you legit can't cut corners. So when you do the work, that's why when you hear shit, I believe in myself, for me to be how I'm talking. But you can hear greats like the late great Kobe. You can hear other folks like big celebrities, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin, whoever. They will always, everybody sounds like a broken record. Everybody is saying you got to do the work. There's no way around it. But what people try to do is, because most people are lazy and they're ignorant to the truth, what they will try to do is basically be like, I'm going to find a loophole out of this shit. The loophole is only going to keep you in the loop. It's crazy. Hey, shout out to everybody in the conversation. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button. Let's work to 40 likes. I'm going to get off at 40 likes. Once this hits at 40 likes, I'm going to get off of this thing. But as of right now, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep talking. I want to hit that 40. That was a goal, and that's a goal that I want to set for this. Exactly. Live it, think it, do that. You know what I mean? But that's the truth that what comes down into all this. You can't cut corners in this shit. You gotta genuinely do something about what you're doing. And if you're not going to do nothing about it, then you're cooked. One more like away? Okay, bet that. But that's what it is. You want to become a better entrepreneur, go out there and get rejected. You want to be a better salesman, go out there and get rejected. You want to get better at dancing, go out there and get rejected. Like, you gotta actually do it. You gotta be able to go out there and prove yourself to yourself. This is why when what is it when it's like you versus you, this is it's basically this in a nutshell. There's no competition outside besides here. And even if you see somebody doing great and you make that your like a someone who you're competing with, that is still you. I'm starting to get it now. Oh damn, I'm starting to get it. That should just hit me like a wave. But that makes so much sense now. What up, Carl Wood? 40 likes. Thank you for the 40. Thank you. But that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Because it's always you and you, and it's always gonna be you. So if someone is still doing great, you make that person your competition. That is still you competing against yourself. That's just another person living what they want to do. But you put that upon to them to make that your competition and motivation. Does that make sense? Yo, that's beautiful. Listen, that's going to be my time. I want to say shout out to everybody. I am going to be going live every single day. All right. I'm more than likely going to be going live every single day this year. I want to say shout out to y'all. Listen, I will be live again tomorrow. Monday, we'll be live again. I'm going to see y'all soon. New videos coming out. If you new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe. We on the road to the top, baby. Listen, All-Star Lifestyle, Authenticity, New Sexy. We're coming to the top of the mountain just to get to another top of the mountain. I'm out this thing, y'all. Until next time, peace.